Hey folks, how's it going? Today we're going to be talking about my favorite tech from 2024. I'm going to try to get this out by the new year, which is tonight. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, but there was so many great tech products that came out this past year. One of my favorite tech products was this. It is the iPad Mini. The iPad Mini to me is the best tech product that Apple sells. I mean, I use it for so much in my day-to-day life. I love the look of this thing. I love the feel of this thing. For me, I've said it in many videos before, but the iPad Mini is the perfect size. It is actually, you can palm it in your hand, which is a pretty big deal. And one of the big things for me that I talk about in most of my videos is the fact that it is about the size of a normal book, which makes it perfect for the things that I need it for. And, for me, just on the go, the iPad Mini is where it's at. The other iPads that Apple sells, I do actually enjoy quite a bit. However, this iPad to me, it's on a different level of portability and all that, and so I'm just so thankful that Apple decided to update it. Now, I am going to be talking in a new video that I have coming up next week about what I think is the secret plan that Apple has for the iPad Mini. I've alluded to it previously, but I really do think I know what Apple's doing with the iPad Mini 7, and so go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're interested in that. And just know this about the iPad Mini 7. It is great, but if you go back to the iPad Mini 6, it still functions totally perfectly, and so I kind of recommend most people that they should go for the 6 over the 7 just to save that a little bit extra money. Most people's productivity workflow does not saturate the chip, so that's a way to save some money. Now, the next item on the list is this. It is the Anker battery bank. I love this Anker battery bank because it has gotten me out of a few tough situations, especially as I'm on video shoots. I am a full-time pastor, but I also have a production company on the side that I help people film like commercials for Instagram and all that kind of stuff. And a few times I've had batteries go low on me, and this thing has it has just saved the day. I kind of strap it to the tripod, and it runs the thing. I love that it has this right here. I'll see if I can get a bit of a close-up on it. I love that it has this little screen that shows you exactly how much power is in it. I love that on this thing, the USB-C cable is attached to it, and so it's just really great because then you never need to worry about having a cable with you. It's got USB-C and it has regular USB-A, which is a pretty big deal for me. I know people complain about this, man. People need to get over it. People still use USB-A. I've heard some people say like, why do you care about USB-A, man? That's a technology that's old, but I still have a lot of stuff that has USB-A, and so for me, having that USB-A port right there, man, that really does mean the world for me. This can handle a full iPhone charge, full iPad Mini charge, no problem, and so I really like these Anker battery packs. Plus, man, look at this, like this little blue, that blue right there, man, that blue looks so good, man. So, Anker battery bank, I'm gonna link everything in the description below, so go ahead and check those out. Now, another one of my favorite things that came out this year is the Mac Mini. The Mac Mini to me is just a perfect thing. The fact that Apple made this in a form factor that is so much smaller than the old Mac Mini. So much smaller than the old Mac Mini. This is an old Intel Mac Mini. I've got another M1 Mac Mini over there, but man, look at how tiny that is in comparison. Like what a cool device. Now, when you're looking at this thing, like the old one had decent amount of ports. I did love having all the different ports on the old Mac Mini. However, this one still has pretty good port selection. And so you've got a couple USB-Cs that are Thunderbolt. You've got HDMI. I do still, again, guys, I wish it had a USB-A. It's got the RJ45 and power jack. And then the cool thing about this Mac Mini that I found really helpful was the fact that it had a couple of USB-Cs on the front. And so we set it up in a living room, and awesome device. This M4, man, it is a powerhouse of a chip. It could easily handle my entire editing workflow, no problems at all. And so for the base price of like $600, man, it is so hard for me to say that there should be anybody who would not consider the M4 iPad Mini as something at least that would help you in your workflow. For me, one of the things I really like about it is not having a laptop with me, so I like to travel light. And so I'll have like an iPad Mini with me on the go with an Apple Pencil, and then I will get to my work, and I've got an iPad, I keep saying iPad Mini, a Mac Mini. I've got a Mac Mini with me at my job, and so that way I get to travel light. All right, next on my list, I'm going to keep this one short because I know a lot of you don't really care about this kind of stuff. However, it is the DJI Mic 2s. The DJI Mic 2s, to me, is such an incredibly cool device. Now, I've had these for probably about 6 months, and I have not really spent much time charging them ever. And so what's cool about these microphones is you take them out, and they are ready to go right away, which is really, really cool if you ask me. What's awesome, too, on the actual recorder, they've got 32-bit float, which means you're not going to clip your audio. And as a person that has a company like I do, man, having 32-bit float where you are not going to screw up your audio, that is incredibly helpful. So they come with a lapel, or you have to purchase a lapel separately, the lapel mic. And it's just such a good little system. DJI did recently come out with a new, smaller system. DJI, if you'd like to sponsor a video, I'd love to talk about those. But man, one charge in about 4 months on these guys, and man, they have just absolutely killed it. I have loved these things. It's got, you charge it on the back with one USB-C, which is really sweet. And so man, DJI Mic 2s, if you are a content creator or just somebody who likes having good audio, even on, because it's got a phone adapter, get these things. They are so nice. And the final thing on my list is the Boox Palma 2. The Boox Palma 2 is such an awesome device. So the Boox Palma 2 is an e-ink cell phone. It's got full Android on it. It is so cool. It's helped me actually reduce quite a bit of my screen time, and that's because I love reading books. As you can see, you can do it in landscape mode. I like it in portrait mode. And the e-ink display on it, it lasts like 2 weeks, which is crazy to plug in a cell phone for 2 weeks. Now, the biggest downfall on the Boox Palma is the fact that it does not have a a SIM card. It doesn't have a SIM card, and so you can't use this as your actual everyday cell phone. It's got to kind of just be a device that you use when you're around your house, all that kind of stuff. As you can see, it's got speakers on it. It's got USB-C, so you can, like I said, it is a full Android device, and so if you take this thing, you can use it and have YouTube on it, have Instagram on it. But the point of an e-ink device is to be distraction free, to be slow. So when you're switching stuff, it takes a little bit of time. But man, I just have really liked this device because cell phones, they are made to fit in your hand, and so this form factor works really well. And so with me and all the books that I like reading, the Boox Palma 2 has been really great for that. Like, I can sit in my bed and read for hours on this thing, and because it's e-ink, it doesn't strain your eyes. It is just a really great device with that one downfall. Like, why in the world would you not put a SIM card into this thing so that it could be made into your everyday device? Now, it is only like $270, so it is worth it, to just kind of have. Some people, like one of the things that I've considered doing is taking my Apple Watch. I need to get the cell phone version of this, but then having an Apple Watch as kind of my communication device, and then having the Boox Palma 2 as like my reading device with me on the go. That to me sounds like a great everyday, distraction-free kind of thing. I would really like that. I understand it's not for everybody, and at $275, it's not necessarily the kind of thing you're going to buy just on a whim, but it is an incredible device for those of us who do love e-ink displays. So let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite tech product of 2024? I left out a few. I love the 16 Pro Max. It wasn't a big enough of a jump up from the 15 Pro. Battery life on it's awesome, but So tell me, what is your favorite tech product of the year in the comments below. Like this video if you found it helpful. We're on the way to 10,000 subs. Help us get there. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next one.